From a woman claiming health problems as an excuse for failing probation with no proof to back it up.
All right. Has she done anything on probation?
Your Honor, she has not. Shortly following her plea, she was diagnosed with congenital heart failure.
To another blatantly ignoring probation terms.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to...
These cases show how offenders always find their way back to court, even after being given a second chance. Starting with Ms. Clark, a woman given a second chance but still chose to ignore her probation terms. It's crazy how she has no proof to back up her heart condition diagnosis. Let's see how Judge handles this case.
All right. Court is calling 2021 CR 2960, State versus Kara Michelle Clark. Can I have parties announced for the record?
Brandon Lopez for Ms. Clark.
And are you Ms. Clark? All right. Did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision and State's motion to supplement pending motion to enter adjudication of guilt and revoke probation with your attorney? Did you understand it? Are you the same Kara Michelle Clark who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2021 CR 2960 for the offense of theft under $2,500 enhanced on March 2nd, 2023 for a term of 4 years? Is that you?
Yes.
All right, State.
Herrera, Michelle Clark, they failed to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of January 2024, February 2024, March 2024, April 2024, May 2024, June 2024, July 2024, August 2024, September 2024, October 2024, November 2024, and December 2024, violation of condition number 4.
How do you, all right. How do you plead to that? True or not true?
That is true.
State? Any objections?
No objection, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine?
Understand, Your Honor.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4?
It is the truth, Your Honor.
But do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4? Court would find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement? State, what are you requesting?
State's
Defense?
Your Honor, we're asking to go with the recommendation of probation, which was to continue weekly UAs on the IVR line for 120 days with zero tolerance, amend TAP recommendations, register within 30 days for the theft level 1 program, followed by the theft level 2 at CATS and intensive outpatient treatment.
All right. Has she done anything on probation?
Your Honor, she has not. Shortly following her plea, she was diagnosed with congenital heart failure. She reports to me that she's been doing odd jobs living at the same location at which she was at when she got on probation, essentially dealing with those ramifications. She also reports to me that her diagnosis is for 6 months if she does not get a new heart. So she's asking for the opportunity to continue on probation on the outside with her limited time available.
All right. So do you have any medical proof of any of this?
Your Honor, I asked her about that. Obviously, I do not have it at this time. If it was important, obviously it is important to the court. I could attempt to get that. I don't know how easy that would be with her being on the inside, but that's what we could do.
All right. So all you had to do was call probation.
Yes, ma'am, I did. But I didn't call them until it was 2023.
Oh, you want to raise your right hand?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you
To me,
solemnly swear or affirm the
Yes,
testimony you give will be the truth, that nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do, Your Honor.
All right. You can lower your hand.
Yes, ma'am.
What did you want to say?
I contacted Tamia Dixon, my then probation officer, and it was December of 2023. And I went back to the hospital in November. I was diagnosed in August and I went back in November, and they told me that I was deteriorating. I had lost 5% of my ejection fraction in those couple of months. And that's when they
So how
called
long were you in the hospital?
for a week at a time, both times.
All right. Did you call probation and let them know you're in the hospital?
Not until the second time I called her when I got out.
All right. And when were you released from the hospital?
A week after, it was the day after Thanksgiving that I went in. So it was about 6 days later I was released.
All right. So January 2024, and I will even give you January 2024 because I'm like, you're in the hospital for November, then December, you got Christmas. January, usually people are still recovering from Christmas and it's a holiday season, the month of January. But they say that you didn't report for February.
Yes,
What was
ma'am.
happening in February 2024?
I had called back in January like Miss Dixon had asked me to, and she was no longer my probation officer. I had been reassigned. And I called my new probation officer multiple times and she never contacted me. So I tried to contact Miss Jennifer. I don't remember her last name, the lady in charge of all of the adult probation officers.
All right,
in
so
Bear
you're
County.
saying that you were not able to get in touch with anyone
Yes, that is correct.
February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. So then basically the entire month of December 2024, the entire year of 2024, you were not able to contact anyone.
I gave up after about 3 months.
Okay.
And Your Honor, I apologize. I know that I should have done something more, but I was afraid of going to jail.
All right. So here's the thing. I tell everybody, if there's an issue and you feel as though probation is not addressing it, you can always come back to the court. Did you come back to the court?
No, Your Honor, I was
Right.
afraid of going to jail.
All right. So the court is going to grant the motion, find you guilty. What time are you asking for, State?
The state had recommended 108 days, state jail facility.
Your Honor, that's the minimum, so we would be asking for the minimum if you're gonna revoke.
All right. So my question is, why should I give her the minimum? She hasn't done anything.
Your Honor, I think, well, I don't have any paperwork regarding her diagnosis, but it seems to be truthful. I do think that that she's dealing with these health issues, and we'd ask for the minimum for those reasons.
All right. I'm going to sentence her to 1 year in the state jail facility. Counsel, if you're able to get documentation to the court that what she's saying is the truth, I will reconsider the sentence.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, so this 1 year in the state jail facility give you credit for any time served. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, I did.
All right, you have a limited right to appeal. That right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you were on deferred adjudication. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. So yes, counsel, bring me the information and I'll reconsider.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, you're welcome.
Now we have Mr. Rodriguez, who continues to behave inappropriately, failing his probation terms despite the second chance he was given after being caught with hard drugs.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon. Court is calling 2024 CR 009515, State of Texas versus Guadalupe Rodriguez. Could I have parties announced for the record?
Eric Baker for the defendant.
And are you Mr. Rodriguez Jr.?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, did you review the document entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Guadalupe Rodriguez Jr. who's placed on community supervision in 2024 CR 009515 for the offense of possession of controlled substance, penalty group 1, 4 to 200 grams on November 12, 2024 for a term of 5 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, State.
On or about the 13th day of February 2025 in Bear County, Texas, the defendant Guadalupe Rodriguez Jr. did then and there fail to conduct himself in a proper and orderly manner when reporting to the supervision officer at the Bear County Community Supervision and Corrections Department. In that, while present for a compliance hearing with his attorney, he expressed he did not want to participate in residential treatment or probation and requested to be sentenced in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True, Your Honor.
All right, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 20 years in the prison and up to a $10,000 fine? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true?
Yes.
Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement? Is that the agreement?
It is, Your Honor.
And it's my understanding that his parole was revoked as well?
It was, Judge.
Do you have the parole number or no?
I don't, Judge. I know it's a Bear County case. I can also look that up.
All right. Mr. Rodriguez, are you asking the court to follow that agreement?
Yes, I am.
Are you waiving your right to appeal?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, the court will follow your agreement. The court is finding violation of condition number 4 true. The court will grant the motion, find you guilty, revoke, sentence you to 2 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. This will run concurrent with your parole revocation. Is there anything else with regards to sentencing?
No, Your Honor, I don't think so.
Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question of what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you. I'm sorry that you and also the last person who was here, Ms. Leone, were revoked on your parole. I think you all both would have done well in your programs. So if you need anything, just let the court know. All right, thank you.
Judge, can I bring that cause number by tomorrow?
Yes, if
Okay,
you'll just give it to the
back.
clerks.
Okay,
Yes,
will do. Thank you.
you're welcome.
Here's Mr. Herrera facing serious charges of family violence and a long history of substance abuse.
Good morning. And who's the prosecutor on this case? All right. And Mr. Castagnon? Orlando? If you just ask the deputy to move you to that end to talk to your client. Yeah. Court is calling 2024 CR 1605 State versus Jesus Alejandro Herrera. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state,
Jason Garahan, Your Honor.
for the defense?
Kelly Piddle.
And are you Mr. Herrera?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you have a motion to revoke that set, and also the court is in receipt of a motion to set bond. Are you wanting to proceed on the motion to set bond?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, State, have you had a chance to review the motion and confer with defense counsel?
Yes, we have, Your Honor.
And it appears that you all have an agreement of a bond of $2,500. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right, State, you may be excused.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Herrera, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony you give would be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand if you'll state your name for the record.
Jesus Alejandro Herrera.
All right, Mr. Herrera, the questions I'm going to ask you are not about the motion to revoke. It's just questions to determine what conditions should be set for your bond. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so have you ever been diagnosed with any type of mental health issues?
No, ma'am.
Have you ever been on any type of mental health medications?
No, Your Honor.
Have you ever seen a psychiatrist?
No, Your Honor.
In the past, notice what I'm saying, in the past,
Yes, sir.
have you ever used any type of illegal substance, marijuana, or anything else?
Yes, I have, Your Honor.
All right. And in the past, how often were you using?
Every day for 10 plus years.
All right.
Yeah.
What substance?
Marijuana mainly and alcohol.
All right. All right. This is what the court is going to do. The court will set your bond at $2,500. Just one moment. All right, your bond will be set at $2,500, and the court is going to order 60 sober meetings in 60 days, and there will be random UAs, waive fees. All right, the sober meetings are sober support meetings. They're your AA meetings or NA meetings, so you'll need to do those. All right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is there anything else, defense?
Does he get a list of locations to where he can take those meetings from pretrial or from probation?
Well, he can find them online as well. It depends on what city, what part of the city you live in, but they have them all over. If for some reason you can't find one, they'll, pretrial will let you know where they're located. But if you go online and just Google put in sober support meetings, because sometimes if you put in AA meetings, it doesn't pop up anymore. It pops up as sober support meetings.
Yes, sir.
All right. So we're off the record. The next thing we need to do is we need to set this motion. State, family violence, are you on the number ones that are alleged? One is abandonment and the other one is deadly conduct.
I think the deadly conduct should be CTD judged. I guess the child case should be technically be family violence, but I think CTD probably could handle it.
All right.
Sorry, I don't want to be presumptuous.
That's okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to reset this for a hearing in 30 days to make sure that your counsel has a discovery on the new number ones. After that date, it's going to be a quick turnaround for a contested hearing if there's not a proposed agreement reached. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a 30-day reset. All right, your next court date will be March 17th. If you'll make sure he has a reset form.
Yes, ma'am.
And counsel, if you need a copy of the order, you may take it to the back or return it to the clerk that's out here.
Yes, Your Honor.
You are.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right, just have a seat in the box.
This time we have Ms. Hancock facing charges after being caught with controlled substances.
All right, we're back on the record in 2023 CR 0057. Could you all please reannounce for the record?
Megan Galloway for the state.
Patrick Hancock from Ms. Cameron, the defendant.
All right, so both of y'all have had a chance to review the true bill of indictment and it appears to be in order.
It does, Your Honor.
And did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it? Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places? All right. It appears that you're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1. Let's see, just one moment. Less than 1 gram, possession less than 1 gram. The range of punishment for that offense is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand? If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand? You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. Did you understand by entering this plea you were giving up those rights? Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case? Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
She has, Your Honor.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
Yes, Judge.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
In my opinion, she's competent and sane.
Ms. Cameron, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea? Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea? Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, sir.
Are you a U.S. citizen? Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain agreement with your attorney? Did you understand it? According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 6 months in the Bexar County Jail under 1244, and there's an $800 fine and no applications. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, is that the plea?
It is, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea?
It is, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? And sign it in both places? Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand? Counsel, are there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? State, any evidence?
State offers states exhibit number 1 and attachments.
Any objection?
No objection.
All right, state, you may be excused. Did you review the waiver and consent to stipulations of testimony and stipulations with your attorney?
Yes, I did.
Did you understand it and did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is there anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, we both sides have worked hard to get to this agreement. She's been in jail for quite a while, so we'd like for you to go along with it.
All right, the court will find you guilty. The court will sentence you to 6 months in the Bexar County Jail under 1244. Give you credit for any time served. There's an $800 fine, time and money to run concurrent. Is this a judgment satisfied?
Probably not quite, Judge.
All right. Did you review the trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, I did.
And did you sign it? Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. Drugs are dangerous, right? They're dangerous whether they're prescribed by the doctor or whether you're just getting them from other people. The people who sell illegal drugs, they do not care about you. If you end up dying from it, guess what? They're like, oh, well, we have another customer. Don't be that person, because the drug you had here was very dangerous. Don't be that person where there's a bite out in the field and somebody has to identify and it's you. You understand? When you're released from custody, if you have a drug issue, if you don't have a support system to help you maintain your sobriety, if I'm still here, you can come back to court and I will help get you to a place or with someone who can help you. You understand? All right, good luck to you.
Our last case will leave you questioning how reckless and unreasonable some addicts can be. Ms. Leone here had her community supervision revoked simply because she refused help.
Could I have the file stamp for a motion?
If you want
Motion to revoke file stamp.
lead on first.
Yes. All right, court is calling 2024 CR 010688, State versus Samantha Nicole Ledone. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state,
Harrera, Salem.
for the defense?
Branch Hardy for the defendant.
And are you Ms. Ledone?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it? Counsel, do you waive the reading? I'm sorry. State, are you all ready?
I don't have a copy of the motion.
Oh, I'll give it to you when you come up. Miss, are you the same Samantha Nicole Ledone who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2024 CR 01068 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 4,200 grams on January 13th, 2025 for a period of 7 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
On or about the 13th day of February 2025 in Bear County, Texas, the defendant Samantha Nicole Ledone, the defendant there failed to conduct herself in a proper and orderly manner when reporting to the supervision officer at the Bear County Community Supervision and Corrections Department. In that, while present for a compliance hearing with her attorney, expressed she did not want to participate in residential treatment or probation and requested to be sentenced in violation of condition number 4.
All right, I'm sorry, and what's the number?
Condition number 4, Judge.
All right, to that condition, how do you plead? True or not true?
True.
All right, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4? Excuse me, Mr. Edelman. Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4? Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
That is our agreement, Judge.
And Ms. Ledone, are you asking the court to follow that agreement? Are you waiving your right to appeal? And probation,
Yes,
was there any restitution paid to Stephen Dingler?
No, Judge.
All right. And also, the reason why this is being requested by your client is because your client was sentenced to prison on another case. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
And does anyone have that case number?
I was just looking for it, Judge. Judge, perhaps you can decipher it from this better than I. I don't see it on there.
It is not listed. Let me ask you, Ms. Ledone, the case that you're being sentenced to prison for your parole revocation, was that a case that's out of Bear County? Guadalupe County. So what I'll do is I'll just say this is to run concurrent with parole revocation. And counsel, if you're able to call the facility, they should be able to tell you. Let's see if I can look it up very quickly. And you've already been revoked, is that correct? It's not showing you up in the where I've searched. Counsel, here you are. All right, this is what the court will do. Are you asking me to follow your agreement? Are you waiving your right to appeal? Then the court will follow your agreement. The court is finding violation of condition number 4 true. The court will find you guilty, revoke you, sentence you to 2 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. There's to be restitution of $878.88 to Stephen, Stephen Dingler, Dingler. And this is right concurrent with parole revocation. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question of what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, good luck to you. You're welcome.
Judge, did you want me to get that cause number?
Yes, if you could get that and make sure you give it to the clerks.
I will, thank you.